Today is February 18th, 2021. Today we're talking about Cameco. Not many people know about this company. With all the news about Texas and the snowstorm and how it knocked all the green power off, all the solar panels and wind turbines don't work, we need to start talking about actual green technology that's safe, cheap, and reliable, and low carbon. And there's really two technologies about that, hydroelectricity and nuclear. And if we want to talk about nuclear power, we have to talk about a company like Cameco. So let's dive right into it. So about Cameco, it's a Canadian corporation and is a uranium producer. Companies operating segments include uranium full services. The uranium segment includes exploration for, mining, milling, purchase, and sale of uranium concentrate. Basically, this company is a company that sells fuel for nuclear reactors. And if we want to go green, that's going to mean nuclear power. And if the world switches to nuclear power, they're going to buy the fuel from a company like Cameco. Cameco's Canadian uranium joint operation consists of McArthur River, Key Lake, and Cigar Lake. These are mines in northern Saskatchewan in Canada. If we look at where uranium is distributed around the world, it's not equal at all. Only a few countries make the huge majority of the world's uranium. 40% in Kazakhstan, and the rest Canada, Australia, and then the rest of the world just has a small amount. And in Australia and Kazakhstan, the mines aren't evenly distributed around those countries. So fuel grade uranium really is only found in a few places in the world. A lot of it is found in Canada, and Cameco, this one company, deals with an awful lot of the uranium. So if the world wants to go green, it's going to have to burn uranium for nuclear power. And if the world wants to burn uranium, they're going to have to buy it from a company like Cameco. The green tech that we currently have, when we talk about green tech, people talk about solar panels and wind turbines. These technologies, we all know, they're very inefficient. Look what's going on in Texas with the snowstorm. They're unreliable. They just aren't very good solutions. If we want to talk about green tech, we're talking about hydroelectricity and nuclear power. And if we talk nuclear power, we have to talk about Cameco. So there is amazing upside potential for this company. It's low carbon, safe, cheap, and reliable. Let's look at some technicals with this company. The market cap of $8.5 billion. This is no small mining operation. This is a large company. Has a revenue of $1.8 billion a year. It's outstanding. It pays a dividend, a small one. Earnings per share are a little low for the year. Book value, $12.50, currently trading at $20. It's trading below 2.5 book for a mining company. That's acceptable. Let's look at some earnings. It just reported 10th of February. The earnings, $12 a share. That's not bad. They were expecting a loss. The analysts were expecting a loss of $4 a share. Previous year earned 24 cents a share. The earnings are half. Revenue, $550 million. If we look at February of 2020, a year ago, February 7th, revenues, $874 million. So the revenues are down. Well, that's because of coronavirus. If you look at the revenues, there is some seasonality to it. We have, this would be March reporting, 2019, 300 million, 388, 300 million, 800 million, 500 million, 300 million, and it's forecast to be around 300 million. This is very stable earnings for a mining company. Most mining companies are boom and bust. Cameco is fairly stable. There's some seasonality to it. They got hammered with coronavirus the last little bit, but overall, it's a very stable company, good earnings. Let's look at the analysts. Analyst expectation. Between 8 analysts, the consensus of 2188. We're currently there. We're at 2025. So there's a little upside potential. A low of $15 for the analyst expectations. I don't see how that's possible. If the world really is going to transition to proper green, low carbon energy, I don't see how this is possible. The average right now is $21.88 high potential. Look at this high upside. $28 on the high potential. That's outstanding. There is amazing upside potential to this company. Let's look at the news. What's been going on recently with Cameco? Turns out there's been some great news. Let's have a read. Cameco received notice that the Supreme Court of Canada has dismissed the CRA's application for leave to appeal a decision for the federal court. The dismissal means the dispute between the years of 2003, 5, and 6 tax years is finally and fully resolved in Cameco's favor. This is great. We are pleased that the Supreme Court of Canada has rejected the CRA's appeal request. It's another win for Cameco in this long-running tax dispute. We have consistently followed the rules and comply with both the letter and intent of the law. This was confirmed unequivocally through the court process, and we are happy to have these tax years concluded in our favor. Basically, for 3 years, the years of 03, 5, and 6, there was a tax dispute between the Canada Revenue Agency and Cameco, and it's been won in Cameco's favor. This is incredible news. Let's keep reading. Cameco expects to receive a refund of $5.5 million plus interest since 2003, 5, and 6 on previous reassessments by the CRA, as well as a $10.25 million in legal fees and up to $18 million in disbursements for costs awarded by use of the tax court. This is incredible. If you add those together, it's around $35 million plus interest, under $40 million to be paid from the CRA to Cameco. So this tax dispute, a long-running tax dispute, which is hanging over Cameco's head, has finally been concluded in their favor. Now, that's just a drop in the bucket, of course. Under $40 million, revenues of $550 million, but this is great. This means the path is now cleared for Cameco. There shouldn't be any other big things hanging over their head. They're just a small company, mining company, with good, stable revenues, a long history, and a bright future if the world really wants to get towards proper, clean energy. I think this company has an amazing outlook. Anyway, thanks for watching my video. Bye-bye.